Hey guys, welcome to another edition of GamingNight. This is just my final thoughts on Run Fight or Die, the zombie game I played a little while ago. Just wanted to take it all in and absorb it. I played it at least 3 times since the feed I put up for you guys, not the live feed, but the gameplay sessions. I haven't played it with my gaming group yet. I've been playing it solo with the same way I've been playing it on there, just randomly generating characters. So anyways, I'm going to give you my final thoughts and feeling of the game. I like the fact that it's got that Yahtzee mechanic that everyone's familiar with, so it's not really hard to teach the game. But at the same time, it's got like the King of Tokyo way, where you roll dice and whatever symbols are, it does different things. But it also combines elements like the zombie dice does. But what the cool thing about it is, like, if you roll, like in zombie dice, if you roll a shotgun, you can't re-roll that. Well, in this game, if you roll a zombie, you can take a zombie and your dice are locked. If you have any re-rolls left, you can take a fleeing card, though they sometimes are bad. Sometimes they don't do anything because you don't have anything that it can do to you. Sometimes it does different things. Usually it spawns more zombies on the board, but usually, if you already have 3 zombies locked, taking 2 zombies instead of those 3 is probably better odds in your favor to just take a reroll. But then again, if you re-roll and those end up being zombies again, you're stuck with them. But it's a chance you take with that. But yeah, including the regular dice you roll, you have one event die. The event die has 50-50 and adds some stuff that helps you as a player. It helps the horde do damage and make your survival that much harder to do. So, once the event die is rolled with all the other dice, you set the event die aside and do what it says to do, unless it says something where you have to do a later date. But usually most of the stuff are immediate effects, so it'll say so on the game board. So what's cool about this game is the zombies come down. They start far away and they march their way towards you, and it just seems it's an endless horde of zombies. You can never seem to get caught up to destroy all the zombies. Now I'm playing with the expansion, so the expansion comes with these the horde expansion comes with these crawlers. These things can only be killed by baseball bats, so they have to be literally in your zone 1. You have to take them out with baseball bats. Nothing else will take them down because they're so small to the ground. So those are tough. Then they got the runners, which the running icon on the dice won't push them back. So the only way you have to literally take them out. But they move twice on the board, so they come. Instead of moving once, they move twice during the zombie advance phase. Then they got the brute. The brute basically will have to take 2 hits, but it can't be 1 hit this round and the next time you turn hit him again. It has to be 2 times consecutively. So you either hit him with a baseball bat in the zone 1 baseball bat will take him out, or 2 icons on the dice, or special card you have, weapon card that does more damage or something like that. But it takes 2 hits directly. And then of course that comes in the main game is the zombie mutant boss, which it has different amount of hit points based on how many players you have. So it's got a lot of variety of different zombies and stuff to keep you busy. But meanwhile, while you're trying to fend off the horde, you're also trying to keep yourself alive and also play cards on your opponent. There's some cards events will say, hey, you can take some of your zombies and put them on someone else's. So you basically make their game a lot harder. So you just keep yourself alive. There's loot cards that give you weapons and items that help you survive. Then there's the survival deck. I think it's a survival or townsfolk deck. Sorry, I think it's townsfolk. And you will draw whenever you roll so many search icons or Book of the Dead symbols. You can actually take people out and add them to your thing, and they're worth different varying points. The lower the value they are, the more good stuff they do, the more points they're worth, the more trouble they cause you so they're basically a nuisance, but they're worth more. If you can keep them alive and get stay alive in the game. So the game ends many different ways. I'll explain each way they die, which makes this game really cool. Number one is if anyone dies, game over for that player, and everyone else tallies up their victory points based on the mini boss, the mutant boss that they took damage from victory points from that, and how many life they have, and all the survivors they have. The other way it can end is if the town line is reached and the requirement for how many players there are with how many survivors all the players have. So if all the players have a total of nine survivors, the game will end if it says the town line is reached and it says 9 survivors for that amount of players. So then you tally up your points. The other way it can end is if all the tokens for the mutant boss are completely gone. Or the last way it can end is if you have 5 survivors and you think that you got enough victory points to win the game, you can declare the end game. So that's a pretty cool concept, but it's really cool because it's got that feeling like, oh, I'm gonna die this turn, and then you just roll the dice miraculously, and then you wipe all the zombies out. Your opponent's like, what the heck? It just got this really cool zombie survival, but at the same time it's like panic mode sets in because you're like, am I gonna roll what I need to get these zombies off, or otherwise I'm gonna take tons of wounds this turn and it's gonna basically pull me to the very near death, or am I gonna draw a loot card that's gonna heal me or take out some zombies? Am I gonna get a good event that says, oh look, I can do double damage this turn, so, and all this stuff. So it's a really cool game. I really think that it's pretty neat. The expansion does help, changes the zombie types you can, and puts different zombies on the board, which is really neat. In the basic game, you're just basically putting out your standard zombies, but it's still fun that way. But if this sounds interesting to you, at the least, I would definitely get the expansions. I would definitely get the Horde expansion, the 5 or 6 players expansion, depending on if you want to play with 5 or 6 people. But even with just the main game and the zombie Horde expansion, it's plenty enough to keep you busy. So, well, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you make a decision. This is something you might like. To me, it's definitely a sweet game.